Okay, so here we are. I hope the last class was clear to everyone. Creating a database, creating a table using the design view, and we created a number of tables. Okay, two tables we had created. This is the copy of that same database, but I have just added a few more things over here, right? Just a second. Just let me know if I'm not audible. Okay, so in Base, it provides you a list of certain tables. There are two basic categories. One is business tables and one is personal tables. In business tables, you will mostly find tables belonging to any kind of professional field like employees, customers, orders, suppliers, products, and so on. And in personal, you will find like home budget, plants, uh, anything related to our daily schedule. Okay, so all those things come under the personal table. So there are so many tables given, and each table has already pre-built specifications for data types and fields. Every field has its data type, a particular name, and a particular size assigned to it. Okay, so that way you can select certain tables, you can select their fields, and you can also rename those fields. You can change specifications about those fields, add new fields, delete some fields, and thereby you can create a custom table. So I have already collected some data for four people, okay, for four customers. And you can see we have name, that is the full name. We have the complete address, the city, PIN code and state, and the mobile number of the person. Okay, so these are the fields which are there, which I'm going to use in my customers table, right? So how are we going to do it? So let us move on to this, and you can just see here. Just a second. I'm waiting for the glass brick application. Just wait, okay? There is an internal glitch which has appeared. I don't know why this is happening. Okay, see it closed all of a sudden. Okay, let's forget about that. Yeah, so we are back over here, and just look closely at the screen. So here you can see use wizard to create a table, right? So we have to click on this button. So when you click on this button, a table wizard will open. So this is your table wizard. As you can see over here, there are a lot many things, and you can see there are a total of 4 different steps. Okay, the first step is select fields for your table. And you can see two categories of tables, business and personal. So in business, sample tables are given. So in this drop down list, you will find all the different tables which you can find for under the business categories. And you can see task, assets, events, orders, contacts, and so on. And in the personal group, if you click personal, the tables are like this: plants, authors, diet log, library, recipes, accounts. So all things related to personal, uh, I mean personal category. So because we want something related to customers, so we will go to the business category, and in the sample tables, we will search for something similar. It's not always necessary that the table which you are looking for, you will get it over here. Sometimes you may get a related table, so look for the related table. So we are going for customers. Now, in the available fields list box, you find the list of all the fields within this table, and all these are inbuilt or built-in fields, okay, with built-in settings. You can see 4 buttons over here. There are 2 buttons with 2 angular brackets, right? One is already enabled, that is, if you click on this button, all the fields, all the available fields will be brought into the selected fields list box. That is, you are selecting all the fields, or you want all these fields to be there in your customers table. Sometimes you feel that no, I don't want all the fields, I want to remove all of them and create an entirely new set of fields. So you can just click on this button again to send them back to available fields. But there is a middle path, that is, you can select a few of your fields and bring them into selected fields box. So like for example, I first want first name, so I've clicked on first name, and then I'm clicking on this button, that is to send one field at a time. So first name is there in the selected fields. Then we go to last name. Now because we had address, so we will select address also, right? And then apart from address, I also had the postal code, so I'll select postal code. Then I want the city, so I will just look for city over here. Then I want the state, so I'll just scroll down a little bit and I find here state or province. And I want mobile number, so I'll click on mobile number and click on this. So most of the fields I have already got. Okay, if you want to remove a field, like you want to remove state or province, you can just select it and click on this button, it will be removed. Okay, we will add state or province at a later step. Now, what you want is you want to move this postal code below, because you might have noticed that postal code always appears after city. So either select city or postal code and use these reordering buttons to move the fields up and down. This will decide the order or sequence of fields in your tables. Okay, so select your table, select your fields, and then we go to the next step. Now the second step is set field types and formats. Now here you can customize, you can change the settings for your selected field, you can rename it, you can add any other field, you can rename, remove any field, all these things you can do. Like first name, its field name is first name, but if I want, I can change it. Like for example, I can make it as first, but it's not needed because already it is quite descriptive. Okay, I think first name is absolutely suitable, so I will leave it like that. If you want, you can change it. Field type is given over here. From this box you can change the field type, but I don't see any reason why I should change the already existing field type. After field type, you can find two options. There are two options.
Ma'am, what is
These
it
are,
written in bracket?
bracket is the data type, dear. The exact data type, that is varchar. Okay, it is a textual field. Outside the bracket, it is the overall category of the data type, and the subtype is varchar. Like text varchar, text fix, that is char, text varchar ignore case, where data is stored in a no in case sensitive form. That is, there is no difference between capital A and small a. Okay, so that is a way. So here whatever you see within the bracket is a subtype. Understood that? And these are the data type,
Yes,
actual
ma'am.
data type names which are used in all the open source database software. Like MySQL also follows this exact data type. Okay, and not only MySQL, SQL in general is, it follows all the data type names which are specified within the brackets. Okay, because after all, This is a database software, and database, as I had explained, it already has standardized features. That is, all database software will have, I mean, no matter which organization or company has made that software, but they all will have some standard specifications. And because they all use structured query language, that is SQL, so these data type names are common everywhere. Understood? So that is why these are the common, the ones which you see in the bracket, they are the actual data types, which are followed in a standardized way across all platforms. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next we have two two field properties. These which you are seeing here, they are field properties. One is field type, that is the data type. One is field name, and entry required. Entry required means, do you want to leave the value blank? Means for one record, do you want to leave first name as blank? So entry required, if I say it is no, it means that I can leave it blank. But you say that no, customers have to be, I mean, I cannot leave, I cannot afford to leave that particular field value blank for any record. Like basically it comes with primary key. You cannot leave primary key as blank for any of the records. Why? Because that is the only way of identifying the records. So here you can decide whether you want to leave first name and last name as blank or not. So I say that no, first name is required, because then it would be a state of confusion to enter. I mean, what employee are, or which customer are we referring to? So I don't want to leave it blank. So I will select yes from here. That is, entry is required. It is necessary for data entry to be done for this field, right? And from here you can set the length. Right now it is 50 characters. If you feel that my name, first name, will not exceed 20 characters, I can give 20 over here. You can change these specifications. Same way for last name also. I feel that last name also I need the entry. Okay, so I can set it as yes. And length I can set as something. So I have set it as 20. Then address. Now address, entry required. See, name is important, address बाद में भी insert कर सकते हैं. So I can give the data entry operator a choice whether to enter address or not. So I am leaving it as no. Length 200 would be too much, I would prefer 100. Okay, then city 50, that would be too much. 25 would be okay. Postal code I can enter, and normally postal code doesn't exceed 6 characters. Okay, so for that I can provide 6 characters over here, or maximum I can prefer 10 characters. And field type I would prefer, because normally you have seen postal code is of fixed length. Whichever city or whichever locality you consider, it is fixed length. So I will go to field type and I'll try to select text fix char. I had explained the difference between char and varchar in my previous class. Okay. In char, extra or the blank positions, blank character positions or unused character positions are not used. जैसे 20 characters उसका length है. Okay. और आपने सिर्फ 10 कैरेक्टर यूज किए हैं, आपका नाम सिर्फ 10 कैरेक्टर का है, तो बाकी के 10 कैरेक्टर वेस्ट होंगे. Got it? In char. But in varchar, the rest of the 10 characters won't be wasted. They would be utilized by the next data field. Understood? So this way we can fix it. And now in this step, I want to enter state also. So for this, I'm going to click on this plus sign. You can see two signs here, minus and plus. Minus is used to remove a field and plus is used to enter a field. So I'm going to click on plus. Another field is entered over here. Now I can change the field name from here, and I'm going to set the field name as state. Text varchar, entry required no, and length I'm giving as 25. Okay. And this postal code, I want to change its name as pin code. So I can just type here pin code. Got it? So you can make changes, and here also you can set these fields up and down. Only thing you need to do is select the field and use these buttons. Okay. So I hope everybody understood this step. That is the second step where you make all the necessary settings for your fields. Then we go to next. Set primary key. Now this step is for setting the primary key. There are some options here. Basically three options. First is a checkbox. Create primary key. You want to create primary key or no? So if you just uncheck this, the whole page is disabled. That is, you are making a choice not to create a primary key for the table. But then you feel that no, because customers are there, they should have customer ID. So you say that yes, I want to make a primary key. Now you have three options. The moment you check this box, three options are activated. What is the first one? Automatically add a primary key and auto value checkbox is given. Automatically add a primary key means you have not created any primary key. You might have noticed in the previous step, I have not created any primary key field in this table. Only first name was there, last name was there, address was there, mobile number was there. There was no particular field which could be recognized as a primary key. So I can think that, okay, let base make the primary key for me. And that too, let it be a key which should auto increment, जो अपने आप value ले ले. So for that, I can check this box, that is auto value. If I don't check this box, I will have to enter the value manually in that field. If I check this box, then it will simply take auto value and it will not allow me to enter anything because it will automatically set values, give values to the field, right? Either I can choose to do this or use an existing field as a primary key. That is, if you already have a field which you can use as a primary key, you can select this, and from this drop down you can select. Right now I don't have any such field. Okay. And there is an auto value option here also. Means suppose you have customer ID, you had already created another field named cust ID. So you can set that cust ID as primary key and you can set it to auto value कि वो अपने आप value ले ले. Or the third option, define primary
Ma'am,
key. Yes,
ma'am, any of the field which we have chosen first can be taken as the primary key.
it is not that the first field should be the primary key. It is that the primary key field which you are choosing, that field should be able to identify each record uniquely. Means there should not be duplicate values for that field. अभी जो हमारे पास fields हैं, just if you take a look, first name, last name. First name and last name both can be the same. I can have Rohit Verma, two Rohit Verma as customers. It is quite possible. Okay. Address, अब दो भाई एक ही घर से आ रहे हैं. They will be having the same address. I cannot take that also. And city तो obviously I cannot take because there could be many customers from Bhopal, many customers from Indore. Pin code also, many customers would be living in the same area. Okay, state also I cannot take. So you have to analyze each of the fields, whether this field qualifies as a primary key or not. Basically, the fields which qualify as primary key are like roll number,
And it
admission
can be
number.
username
Okay,
ID.
yes, yes, yes.
It can be ID or username.
Yes, it could be anything related to any ID, any user ID, voter ID, okay, or Aadhaar number that can be considered because everybody has a unique Aadhaar number, okay. That is the way why it is, that is the requirement of it. Why Aadhaar number is given? Why PAN card? Everybody has a different, a unique PAN card, PAN number. Everybody has a unique Aadhaar number. Why? This is for uniquely identifying each citizen of the country. Understood that? Same way, there are other countries which have other types of numbers, like social security number is given to each US citizen, right? So these are, and in a company like that, this is for the entire country. But if you go to a company, you will, if you are an employee of the company, you will get your ID card, and that ID card will contain a number, a unique number. That is your employee code or employee number. Got it? every item has its item code or item number or an item ID, right? Every model, every device has its own model number, batch number. So these all are what? These are the fields which uniquely identify the data. So first you have to see which of the fields in your tables qualifies as a primary key. हर फील्ड प्राइमरी की नहीं बन सकता है. You have to consider those fields taking real world examples and data to see whether it actually qualifies as a primary key or not. Understood? I hope I answered your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good that you asked a question, and it really makes me happy that you people are paying attention here. The more you ask questions, the more your concept will be clear. Okay, so this was the second option. Now we come to the third option. Now what is the third option? Define primary key as a combination of several fields. फटाफट बताओ, this is which type of a key? We had studied this in the last class.
Ma'am, if the two things are not same, two fields are not same, for example, the city and the pin code is
Hmm.
same, ma'am, then we cannot set it as a
No, no,
primary key.
no, because see, two people or many people, say 10 people can belong to the same city and the same pin code, postal code. They can have, they might be living in the same, like I live in Indrapuri or I live in Patel Nagar, I use 462022. So there are numerous people in this locality within this pin code area. So I cannot consider city and pin code as the primary key. I can consider only those fields or combination of those fields as primary key where I am quite confident कि यहाँ पे दोनों को combine करेंगे तो unique value ही मिलेगा. For example, if I combine first name, last name and uh, phone number of a person, if I combine this, chances are high that, like I have, there are 90% chances that the data would be unique. Understood that? If I am trying to connect two such table, two such fields. So composite primary key also, there we need to combine any such fields which will give you the higher probability of uniqueness. अंडरस्टूड? जहां से आपको यूनिकनेस ज्यादा मिलेगा, आपको उन्हीं फील्ड्स को कंबाइन करके कंपोजिट प्राइमरी की बनाना है. बट लेट मी टेल यू, दिस इज द मोस्ट कंफ्यूजिंग वन. So in the class also I had explained that don't go for a composite primary key. This is the one option which is least used. Okay, why? Because of the state of confusion. One in a thousand possibility would be there that you might get a duplicate value here. So you should avoid using combination of field, that is composite primary key, as much as possible. Use the first two options. These are the most suitable options for setting a primary key in a table. So I'm going to go, because I don't have any such fields as customer ID. So I'm going with automatically add a primary key, and I'm going with auto value, right? Click on next. Now the fourth and the last step, create table. What do you want to name your table? So already customers name is there. Let me take it as customers only, but if I want, I can change its name, right? Now what does it say? Congratulations, you have entered all information needed to create your table. What do you want to do next? Insert data, modify table design, that is you want to make some changes again in the table design, or create a form based on this table. So I am going with the first option only. I want to insert data. Now click on finish. So now when you click on finish, another table opens. You can, another view opens over here. So you can see this view. Let me just try using that. So you can now see this view over here, right? Now this is the customers table view, table data view for customers table. That is now within, because you had selected insert data immediately. That is why it gave you this option, that is to insert data over here. So now what you can see over here is ID, the auto value field which we had created. Okay, first name, last name, address, city, pin code, and state. You can start entering the data over here. So I'm going to just use that data which I had created, this data, and I'm going to enter the data in the table. So please sit back and relax and just follow me as I'm creating the table. So first name Anchal Sharma, address, house number. Copy paste seems to be a bit glitchy in LibreOffice Base, so that's why I'm not using copy paste here. So Najafgarh and New Delhi, and the pin code and the state is considered as New Delhi only. Enter. Now when you press enter, can you see something over here? You can see that automatically the ID 0 has been taken. It starts counting from 0, right? So automatically the counting has been taken from 0. You enter the second data and press enter, it will again change, it will again take up the next value. So I'm going to enter the next one. You can press enter to go to the next field, or you can press tab or the right arrow key to go to the next field. Janta Vihar near CRPF camp. This is also Najafgarh and New Delhi 110043. Now you can see pin code, how city and pin code is the same. So you cannot consider that. Okay, one field mobile number is left. So doesn't matter. I'm not entering mobile number right now. Later on, when I tell you how to edit the table, we are going to add the field mobile number there. Now I'm pressing enter, and now you can see the next counting value is taken. So you can see it is automatically taking the values. आपको कुछ enter करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, वो अपने आप value ले रहा है, right? So this way we can create as many fields into this table, and automatically the value will be taken. I'm closing this, and I already have a cust table over here. I will show it to you how it looks like once you enter the data into it. Now you can see there are multiple fields here. I have ID field also, first name, surname, age, mobile number, address, postal code, state or province. So many fields are given, and there is a plus sign which shows that base is always ready to accept new records into the table. I hope.
Ma'am, why is it 0, 1, 5, and 6
It
in
is
the
because
ID?
I had recorded a video based on this, and I had deleted some values. Some records I had deleted
Okay,
from the
ma'am.
table. That's why it is showing those. Right. Now, next is if I want to make changes in the table structure. So what to do? So for this, you'll again go to the table, concern table, right click on it, and from here select edit. It will open the table in this view, that is the table design view. And now let us make some changes here. So I'm going to go to the ID field, and over here I'm going to go, just give me a moment, okay? I want to change that 0 value, that it starts from 0, and I want to make it start from some other value. So let's see if we find that option or not. Okay, currently I'm not having that option of changing it. Doesn't matter. Okay, I don't have that option of changing. I'll look into it and let you know. Now, next you can see over here first name and last name. I want to make changes in this. So I can just click here, type first name and down arrow key. And this way you can make changes. Mobile number, I don't want such a large name. So I can simply write mobile NO. And same way here also I want to make the change as pin code. Here I want to make the change as state, right? And you can even change the field types from here. Now ID was taking up an auto value. Suppose you don't want auto value field, you want that, you want to give your own values. So just select this ID field, come down to table properties, field properties. From here you can see this auto value, just select this and you'll get no. And you can give a default value to this, right? So auto value, I have selected it as no, means I don't want it to take automatic values, I want to give my own values. Can make this change. You want to add another field, you can simply add a new field over here, right? But because I don't want any field over here, so I can simply ignore it. And once you make all the changes, click on the save button. Okay, so the changes will be saved. And once you make the changes, close this window, go back to the cust field, double click it, and here you can find all the changes which you have made. Now when you click here, you will be able to enter your own data, right? And so on. You can enter your own data over here. Got it? So this is how your table wizard works. This is how we can make changes in the structure of the table. Next is editing records. How we can edit the records. So suppose I have this cust table and I'm double clicking it. And here I want to make some changes in the record. It is very easy. Like I want to add Amit Singh. So I have just click on that particular field and just start typing. Okay. Or you can also press F2 key on the keyboard to bring it to the editing mode. Okay. And you can make that change. Amit Singh Raj or Amit Raj Singh, whatever you want, you can give the name. Okay. So this way I can go on making changes in my table. Right? So anything I can make, I can change anything within this table. ID you want to change, you can change it. Okay, error. Yes, now you can see that I tried to enter one over here, whereas one already was existing in the table. So it gave me an error message. Violation of unique constraint. Duplicate values for column ID. Why? Can you tell me why is it giving me this error? Look at the value and tell me why am I getting this value error?
Ma'am, because
Ma'am,
this
because it
customer
is the
One
ID
sec,
is
1 second.
different of
Apurva, you say the answer first.
मैम सबकी आईडी डिफरेंट होती है और
Ex
इसमें ना दो की आईडी कॉमन हो रही है जैसे कि
exactly.
अमित
Hmm.
सिंह की और वो दूसरे की वन वन तो फिर
Yes, very good. Both are, I'm trying to give a duplicate value over here. That is why it is giving me this error. So I need to give a different value. Suppose I give 2 over here, that would be better. It accepted 2. But if I try to give a value which is already existing, in that case what will happen? It will give me an error because ID field is a primary key field over here. If you didn't set ID as primary key, it wouldn't have given you that error. But because you have set that as a primary key, it is giving you this error. Okay. Next is deleting records. How to delete records? So I'm going to select any table from here, like I'm going to the employee table, right? Delete a record is very easy. Just select the record. Okay. Right click, delete rows. Okay. Or you can also find this option in the edit menu, right? Select the record, edit menu, delete record, or right click and delete. And once you do this, you get a confirmation. Do you want to delete the selected data? You can either click on no. If you click on no, that delete action will be cancelled. and if you click on yes, that record will be deleted from the table and table will be saved automatically. Got it? So this is how you can delete records, right? An employee who has left the company, there is no point in saving his record. So his record can be deleted, right? Next and very important, sorting. Now we will see something very important, that is sorting records into the table. So first we will see sorting based on one field. How to sort the records based on one field. So let me find a suitable table for that purpose. I have a very simple table over here. एक छोटा सा table लिया है हमने, that is vehicle. Give me a moment to set my screen properly. Yes. So you can see a vehicle table over here, right? Now what I want to do is my question is, let me first give you the question here. Question number 1. Sort the table vehicle on the basis of alphabetical order of vehicle name. So what I want to do is sort the table. What is sorting, students? Sorting is arrangement of values based on a certain order. If it is numeric, that order will be ascending or descending. If it is textual field, it will be A to Z order or Z to A order. And also I can say small a to Z order or capital A to Z order. Sorry, or small Z to A order, right? And if it is date time field, it will be earliest to latest or latest to earliest. Orders are followed. For numeric, it is ascending or descending. Textual, it is A to Z or Z to A. And date time, it is earliest to latest or latest date to earliest date, right? So what I want to do is I want to sort this table vehicle on the alphabetical order of vehicle name. So how can I do this? For this purpose, the very simple way is select the particular column. Okay, like this column, I have selected vehicle name. And here you can see sort ascending, sort descending. Also in the data menu, you will find sort ascending and sort descending. So you can select any of the options because I want them in the ascending order. So I'll click on ascending and you can now see that all the records, not only vehicle names, but their vehicle codes and per kilometer information is also sorted. Not sorted means it is rearranged along with this data. AC डीलक्स बस का व्हीकल कोड V02 है और पर किलोमीटर 125 है, तो ये पूरा रिकॉर्ड साथ में ही मूव होगा. द एंटायर रिकॉर्ड moves, okay, along with the particular data field. Always remember that. Otherwise, what will happen? A wrong data will be given to the wrong field. Okay, like AC deluxe bus, had it been like I'm just going to again rearrange it back based on V code. Had it been that only vehicle names would have been arranged. What about vehicle code and per kilometer? They would have remained the same, but the wrong vehicle code would have been allotted to the wrong vehicle name. The wrong per kilometer information would have been given to the wrong vehicle name. That we don't want. We want the vehicle code and per kilometer for each vehicle to remain the same. Understood?
Ma'am, but if we were having serial number instead of V code and we only want the vehicle name to be arranged, then
No,
can we
you
do that?
can't do that. You can't do that because अगर आप ऐसे कर रहे हो कि आप चाहते हो कि व्हीकल कोड ऐसा ही रहे, पर किलोमीटर ऐसा ही रहे, बट व्हीकल नेम चेंज हो, ऐसा इसलिए नहीं होता है क्योंकि V01 कोड किसको दिया है? वॉल्वो बस. अब आपने उसको चेंज कर दिया, वॉल्वो सपोज यहाँ पे आ रहा है, उसका व्हीकल कोड क्या बना दिया आपने, V04। तो भाई उसका तो कोड, उसका इंफॉर्मेशन ही चेंज हो गया ना। अब वॉल्वो बस का पर किलोमीटर 150 है, लेकिन आपने उसका पर किलोमीटर 18 कर दिया, which will be a great loss to the company। means आप डेटा को ही चेंज कर रहे हो। remember you can never change the data will be the one which is given by the user। until and unless user edits the data and change it, you can, your operations which you are doing on the table, they should not change the data। understood?
Yes, ma'am.
ना, डेटा कभी चेंज नहीं होगा। ऑर्डिनरी बस का वी कोड V03 रहेगा और पर किलोमीटर 80 ही रहेगा, वो हमेशा पूरा रिकॉर्ड साथ में मूव होगा। understood that the entire record will be moving together। sorting always follows this rule, that the entire record should be relocated। so we had
Yes,
selected vehicle name, got it? समझ आया दिव्यांश, क्लियर हुआ?
yes, ma'am. हो गया.
okay, very good। now next is, you can also see a sort dialog box, right? and that dialog box you can get from data menu also, sort। if I click on this sort, you get this small very teeny mini dialog box over here, right? there are three options। you can sort a table up to at most maximum 3 fields। 3 fields तक आप sort कर सकते हो एक टेबल को, उससे ज्यादा नहीं, right? because we have only selected, we want, in my particular question I want to only sort the table based on vehicle name, so I will be only selecting vehicle name from here। click on this vehicle name, order ascending, click on OK। it is done। and all the vehicle code, like किसी का भी कोड और पर किलोमीटर इंफॉर्मेशन चेंज नहीं हुआ है, and that's good। got it? so this was sorting based on one field। next let us take an example where we will be sorting based on 2 fields। now next question is, sort the table vehicle based on descending order of per kilometer। I want to now sort this table based on descending order of per kilometer। so what will I do? select per kilometer and either click on this sort descending, that will do the job, okay? or no need to select any field, simply go to the sort dialog box। you can already see per kilometer is selected। now suppose I change the order, make it ascending, it is now arranged in on the basis of increasing order of per kilometer, means the lowest one is displayed at the top। got it? let's see a few more examples। so I'm going to open the teacher table। take a very good look at this teacher table, which all fields we have: number, name, age, department, date of join, salary and gender। so all different types of fields you can see over here, but you can see that it is not sorted on the basis of number। तो ये थोड़ा अजीब लग रहा है। can I sort this table on the basis of number? yes। just select this field and click on sort ascending, so now it's looking a bit proper। now my question is, I want that first I want to sort them on the basis of gender, means all female persons first, then all the male persons, and within that, now all the male members, and within male members I want to sort them based on the alphabetical order of names, and within female members I want to sort them on the basis of alphabetical order of names। मतलब male members की sorting अलग और female members की sorting अलग। that means in this particular question I am going to do the sorting based on 2 fields। my question is, sort the table, or sort, write it like this: arrange all teachers such that all all female members appear first and then the male members. Then names should be in the A to Z order within each gender. I hope you all understood this question very carefully. Means first I have to sort on the basis of gender. Then I have to sort on the basis of name. पहले जेंडर को हम सॉर्ट कर लेंगे, सारे मेल मेंबर्स एक साथ, सारे फीमेल मेंबर्स एक साथ. नाउ ऑल मेल मेंबर्स within male members A to Z, within female members A to Z. That is what I have to do. So look very carefully here. In this case, I'm not going to select any field like that. Okay. I'm going to simply go to the sort dialog box. From here, the first field I'm going to choose is gender. And let it be ascending, female members first, then male members according to my question. And then I want name. And now when you do this, you can see that all female members. Now how many female members are there? Sangeeta, one second, I did a mistake. Sangeeta, in change, do you want to save the changes? No. Shalaka and Sharmila. So you can just check their names, SSS. Then because all three of them start with S, so we look towards the second one. The second letter is what? A. So Sangeeta's name will come first. Now the two names. S, H, A तक same है. Look for the fourth one. L and R. So out of L and R, which one falls first? Obviously L. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Okay, so R means first L and then R. So that means these are also arranged in the alphabetical order. Then come all the male members. Jugal, Rakesh, Sandeep, Shivom, Shyam. So you can see that first we have arranged everything on the basis of gender. ये तो पहले sorting हो जाएगी इनकी, और इनके अंदर जो names है उनकी अलग से sorting होगी. So that is sorting based on more than one fields. Let's do the question. Add one more thing to the question. With that, I will conclude today's class, right? So we'll add one more thing. Question 3. Arrange all the female and male members department wise. Then sort them name wise. Now see, first I need to arrange them based on gender. Second, I have to arrange them based on department. Why female members may how many in one department? So then second is department and third is name. Let's do this. So over here, I'm going to first go to this sort dialog box. First one was gender. I can remove this. So first is gender. Fine, leave it. Let it be ascending. Or this time I want male members first. So I can select descending over here. Then I want department. Here also I can choose to either display it in the ascending or descending order. I leave it as ascending only. And finally name. So 3 fields. Now see. First, all the male members are sorted. Okay. Now within male members, you can see 2 computer, 1 history, 1 math. अब उनमें भी आपने sorting करी. 2 computer are there. So within the department also we have to sort Jugal and Shivom. So J comes first, right? Then history, only one person, one male person is there in history, Sham. So his record will be standalone. Then 2 people in math, 2 members in math, Rakesh and Sandeep. R comes first. Now come to female members. First 2 history, Sangeeta and Sharmila, and 1 math, Shalaka. Got it? So you can see over here that first we have done the sorting based on gender, then department, then the name. I hope the class, this is clear to everybody. Was it clear? Okay. So thank you all.